The Ashwood Motel murders. The investigation began when a motel housekeeper noticed blood dripping from the bottom of a locked bathroom door. Room 14 at the Ashwood Motel was supposed to be empty. No guest had checked into it for 3 days. The manager unlocked the room and called police. Inside, investigators found the bed neatly made, the television turned off, and no luggage anywhere. But the bathroom floor was covered in blood. There was no body. Forensic testing identified the blood as belonging to 28-year-old Lauren Pierce, a waitress who had disappeared 11 days earlier. Lauren had never rented a room at the Ashwood. Her car had been found outside a grocery store nearly 20 miles away. Detectives searched the motel. Behind the building, cadaver dogs alerted near an overgrown drainage ditch. Investigators began digging. Lauren's body was recovered that afternoon. Then they discovered another body beneath several feet of soil. By the end of the week, police had recovered 6 victims from different areas surrounding the motel. Some had been missing for years. The oldest remains had been there almost a decade. Every victim had disappeared late at night. None had officially stayed at the Ashwood. Detectives immediately focused on motel employees. The manager, housekeepers, maintenance workers, former employees. Everyone was questioned. Nobody could explain how Lauren's blood ended up inside room 14. Then investigators examined the motel's electronic key records. Room 14 had supposedly been empty, but someone had unlocked it at 1:46 a.m. the night Lauren disappeared. The key belonged to an employee, except the employee number didn't exist. Someone had created an unauthorized master key. Detectives reviewed security footage. At 1:31 that morning, a dark sedan entered the parking lot. The driver parked behind the motel, beyond the clearest camera angle. 14 minutes later, a person wearing a motel maintenance jacket walked toward room 14. Their face was hidden beneath a cap. The person left 40 minutes later carrying a large bundle wrapped in a blanket. Police enhanced the footage. The maintenance jacket looked identical to uniforms worn by Ashwood employees. But nobody recognized the person. Then detectives discovered something disturbing. 3 years earlier, the motel had reported dozens of maintenance uniforms missing from a laundry shipment. Management assumed they had been accidentally discarded. They never reported them stolen. Investigators now believed someone had been impersonating an employee for years. The killer could walk through the property carrying tools, blankets, or cleaning supplies without attracting attention. Guests wouldn't question them, neither would staff. Police searched nearby abandoned buildings and wooded areas. 2 more bodies were discovered. 8 victims. The investigation spread across 3 counties. Then detectives received an anonymous envelope. Inside was a motel key card. Written across it in black marker were the words, "Room 14 isn't the first." Police immediately searched records from other motels owned by the same company. One property had closed 6 years earlier. Former employees remembered a room 22 that frequently appeared occupied even when the reservation system showed it empty. Investigators searched the abandoned property. Behind the old swimming pool, ground-penetrating radar detected disturbed soil. 2 additional bodies were recovered. 10 victims. No fingerprints were found on the anonymous key card. No usable DNA. The dark sedan was never identified. The person wearing the maintenance uniform never appeared clearly enough on camera to identify. Then, without explanation, the murders stopped. Years passed. The Ashwood Motel eventually closed and was demolished. A pharmacy now occupies the property. The case remains unsolved. 10 bodies have been recovered, but investigators believe there may be more. And one piece of evidence continues to bother detectives. When room 14 was originally searched, investigators photographed everything before touching the scene. Years later, a detective reviewing those photographs noticed something reflected in the bathroom mirror. A person appeared to be standing outside the room's window. The figure was blurry. Only part of a face was visible. Police compared it to every employee, witness, and suspect connected to the investigation. No match. Investigators eventually realized something even more disturbing. The photograph had been taken nearly 20 minutes after police sealed the motel. Whoever was standing outside that window wasn't supposed to be there. And while detectives were examining the killer's crime scene, someone may have been standing only a few feet away, watching them.